My roommate was living a lie, and I was his final target when I moved into the city for my new job. I couldn't afford a one-bedroom, so I posted a roommate ad. Ben replied within an hour, showed up early to the apartment tour. Quiet, clean-cut, polite. He wore this old leather jacket and carried a book everywhere. He passed the vibe check, so I said yes. At first, living with him was great. He was neat, cooked shared dinners, and paid rent early. He didn't party, didn't bring drama. Even my friends liked him, but little things started feeling off. Ben never got packages, never mentioned family, no phone calls. I never saw his bedroom door open. Once I casually asked what he did for work, he paused and said, IT stuff. Nothing exciting. But then I found an old envelope in the kitchen. It was addressed to Christopher N. That wasn't Ben's name. When I asked him about it, he just smiled and said, "Oh, must be the old tenants. Don't worry about it." But something in his eyes felt off. The name on that envelope stuck in my head. That night, I looked up Christopher N. online. What I found made my stomach flip. A 29-year-old software engineer from our city, reported missing in 2021. No foul play confirmed, but never found. Vanished without a trace. Same age, same height, same brown hair. I stared at the photos on the missing persons site. It looked exactly like Ben. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I printed out the photos and saved the link. I left the envelope on the counter again, trying to see if he'd react. He didn't. But the next morning, the envelope was gone. So were the printed photos. When I asked, he just looked at me and said, "You're starting to look paranoid, man. Maybe take a day off." That night, I locked my bedroom door for the first time and moved a chair in front of it. The police didn't care. Called anonymously, told them what I found. They said unless I had proof or a crime occurred, there wasn't much they could do. So I made a plan. I told Ben I was visiting family for the weekend, said I'd be gone 3 days. Instead, I crashed at a friend's apartment across the street and set up a hidden nanny cam in the living room. When I checked the footage Sunday night, my heart stopped. Ben came out of his room less than an hour after I left. He didn't relax or watch TV. He searched the apartment. He opened my drawers, flipped through my notebook, scrolled through my laptop. At one point, he even opened my closet and stood inside it for almost 10 minutes doing nothing. Then he walked up to the nanny cam, looked straight into it, smiled. Then he waved. He knew the whole time. I moved out that night. Didn't even tell Ben. Just grabbed my essentials, left the key on the counter, and never went back. I stayed with friends, changed my number, got a P.O. box. But 3 days later, someone slipped a plain envelope under my friend's apartment door. No stamp. No return address. Inside was a single Polaroid. It was me, asleep, in my bed. The photo had been taken inside my old bedroom. Before I'd installed the lock, I went straight to the police. Gave them everything. The photo, the nanny cam footage, the envelope addressed to Christopher. This time they listened, turns out. Ben's real name wasn't Ben, and it wasn't Christopher either. He had a string of aliases tied to other missing persons cases. He'd been renting rooms, assuming new identities, and vanishing before getting caught. But the creepiest part, when they raided the old apartment, everything was wiped clean. No trace he'd ever lived there in the photo of me sleeping. It was gone from the police evidence locker a week later. They've never found him. Sometimes, late at night, I think I see someone in a hoodie on the opposite train platform, or feel like someone's standing behind me in a crowd. Maybe it's just paranoia, or maybe it's waiting for me to let my guard down.